Nobilineal, doing some test plays today. So I'll be running your map here, Red Like Roses Part 2. Yeah, let me check the Discord. So it looks like you're just looking for issues, notes, anything feel unnatural or uncomfortable to play. Okay. Before I get started, just running your map through the map checker. I mean, there definitely are some issues. We'll talk about it afterwards. If I remember. But definitely check the comments, because I'm going to post a link to the map checker, because it's just going to be impossible for me to point out everything while we're playing. And there's some things that'll definitely need to be fixed, like stack notes, double directionals, hitbox staircases and path, lots of vision blocks, and such. The other thing, too, is I'll probably just run Expert and Expert Plus on camera, just because otherwise this video is going to get way too long, and that's a lot of work. If I have time, though, later today, I will just off-camera run your hard and normal, and if there's any comments I have on that, I'll post it in the description for the video, so please do check that out. Also, your note jump speeds are like really high, and your jump distance is really high, I think probably to offset that. So that might be a problem. I'll see how it feels when I play. Because technically the reaction time looks fine for pretty much all the difficulty levels. But it's like a really fast note jump speed and then a really high distance to compensate for it. So that might be uncomfortable for people to play. So I might play around with those numbers if I find that I'm struggling to see things. But I think we'll just jump in and kind of see. So I'm going to start now. Yeah, like let's just kind of jump in and see where we're at. Oh, those black notes are really hard to see. Okay, hang on. Okay, yeah, yeah, that felt a little jump scary. So I want to pull this down a bit. I'm going to put it at like 18 and put this down to like 22. So that should get me a reaction time, I think, about 650 to 625. I really wish my mod told me the reaction time.
Couldn't take it, couldn't stand another minute. Couldn't bear another day.
Yeah, so that, well, yeah, okay. So yeah, that's very difficult to read. Like, so those are what we call inline notes. So to be fair, this is a little bit of a me thing, but I really struggle to read those. Other people might like it. They are not my jam. So, yeah, I that's all I'm going to say on it. I'm not going to comment anymore. I am betting I'm going to be blue marking this, and you're probably going to need to get another opinion. The black note's really hard to read. And then the final thing I'll mention, it's fine now, but most people start with their hands up, so are expecting a down note. Again, that's personal preference. You obviously start up. You're going to trip people up a bit with that. And the black note's a little hard to see with the background. Okay, that's all I'm going to say on that. Let's give it a try. Yeah, I think that was a hitbox. Yeah, those are hitbox abuse. Those, vision blocks. Yeah, vision blocks. Oh, the other thing too I'll mention, the red and the black notes are also just really similar in like the black notes are hard to read, but it's a very, very dark red. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change it, because that's also just making it harder to read. Yeah, I'll just put on that. Cause yeah, I just can't read it. All right. Couldn't take it, couldn't stand another minute. Couldn't bear another day without you in it. Actually, that even makes the inline notes all easier to read. Yeah, vision blocks. Yeah, I mean, you can already see how much better I'm doing at it, and I've literally done nothing but change the color of the note. Whoop, that felt off. Whoop. Whoop. That might have been a reset. That was pretty neat. That might have been a reset orange. I like that. Those horizontal notes felt weird. They didn't feel quite properly set up to me. That crossover is a little fast, but I mean, it's playable. I think that was a vision block. Yep, I can't do this. You will definitely have to get another opinion. But that's fine. You know, honestly, even when I'm not good enough to play the map, I think seeing where someone struggles can honestly give you some feedback too. But yes, this is obviously way too hard for me. Actually, and I like doing this though, because like then I'm gonna play the expert, and like hopefully that'll be more at my level. So I think that there's some value in this, but yeah, you'll definitely have to get a second opinion on this map. Whoop, that felt weird. Yeah, so all of those diagonal notes that are on the same level are hitbox abuse. The hitboxes collide and just visually it looks unpleasant to see. So you can either fix that by moving the outside note up to the second level so that they're keep them as diagonals, but there's a bit of separation, or you can make them like straight up and down. Okay. There might have been a reset on orange. I caught my hands there. I'm not really sure what kind of all those doubles were mapped to. I think there's a bunch of vision blocks there. Whoop. Some resets there. Some vision blocks. That is fast for single Saber to me. But, I mean, you can kind of get a sense of my skill level. I mean, I guess I should explain, sorry, for some vision blocks here. So, I think that this was listed as like 6, almost 7. I can handle that speed if it's not chaotic, and that's where I'm struggling with this. Is I find this chaotic. So yeah. But just to like let you know, my skill level is if it's not chaotic, I can normally handle the speed. But that just means I'm not your target audience. Like that's fine. Yeah, so take from that what you want. Definitely a big old blue check mark. Yeah, I was not good enough for that. But that's it. I don't mind, because like now what I'll do is I'll jump into the expert and like we'll see if it's a good down map, right? Because in theory I should be able to handle this one, right? Hopefully it'll be more friendly patterns and stuff. Just looking at the numbers, that seems really high for expert. Like that doesn't seem like too big of a jump down, especially because then you've got a really big jump down to hard. So if I play this and it's like absolutely killing me, maybe I'll just test play or hard instead, just to give you some feedback on that. Where am I at in terms of my modifiers? So are those your original numbers? Sorry, just looking at my notes here. Okay, yeah, those are original numbers, so kind of same issue is that's a really high. Because I am messing around with the note jump speed and stuff, keep in mind that could affect me seeing vision blocks too, right? I might be creating vision blocks that weren't there. So that's why I would run it through the map checker instead of just taking me at my word when I say something's a vision block. But anytime you mess with the note jump speed, like obviously that can create vision blocks where there otherwise might not be some. But I'm gonna take this way down. Yeah, good enough. But again, running it through the map checker will resolve all that, so I'm not too worried.
Couldn't take it, couldn't stand another minute. Couldn't bear another day
resets there.
All of the joy that I've known for all my life was stripped away from me the minute that you died. To have you in my life was all I ever wanted, but now without you I'm still forever hunted. Can't help but feel that I had taken you for granted.
That doesn't feel any easier than the expert. Oh my goodness. Yeah, these horizontal notes don't feel very well set up. But I'd like this last bit. Whoa, that feels way too hard for expert. Yeah, that feels way too hard to expert, in my opinion. Yeah, even this part, that feels fast to expert for me. So the hitbox abuse there, I mean, a lot of those patterns just felt kind of big for what was happening with the music. Yeah, those are the hitbox abuse. I like how that part feels. A bunch of resets here. Timing kind of felt weird on those last ones. Lots of vision blocks here. Lots of vision blocks. Oh yeah, this feels really hard for expert. I'm also just kind of not really hearing that section. Yeah, very hard for expert. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll kind of leave it at that. Like I said, if I'm doing a whole bunch of test plays today, so I just don't know if I'll have time to do the hard and the normal. If I do, I'll post, like I said, any comments. But I mean, I kind of said what I needed to say while playing, so definitely going to mark it with a blue check mark. Definitely get a second opinion. But yeah, you know, sometimes watching where someone struggles can point out things that you might not have seen yourself. And yeah, if I'm not your target audience and that's the kind of map you want to go for, absolutely no problem. But there's definitely some issues that I do think need to be fixed. Like what did I say? Yeah, like the hitbox abuse and vision blocks is the big ones. Yeah, so I hope that helps.